green. We good. We good. Yo, what is good, everybody? It's André Petties-Wilson here, professional baseball player, and I'm gonna break down some film from my last professional season with the Wasco Reserves. But before I get started, I need some help from you. Please hit that YouTube algorithm, like, subscribe to my channel, and drop a comment if you got a question. All right, now it's time to break down this film. But before I get started, you might want to grab a pen and a paper to write some of these things down, because I'm gonna teach you how to steal a base. All right, so the situation right now, my team is losing in the game. I'm the leadoff hitter, so basically my job is to get on base. It doesn't matter how I get on base, just get on base. Plain and simple. Boom, ball forward, throw the bat. Once I throw the bat and that other man's getting put on, it's all about business. Time to do business. Getting on base, man. I wish they had a different option for the slide mitts other than like the Velcro straps. The Velcro straps just don't work for me in game. I don't know, I just would rather just slide that thing on. But hey, if anybody making oven mitts and they listening, do that and I'll wear it. All right, so moving on. So first thing I do when I get on base, and the first thing you can notice is that both of my feet right there are pointed towards home plate. You know what I mean? My hips and my shoulders as well. So my peripheral is the pitcher and home plate. One thing I don't do is that I do not cross my feet. I don't cross my feet at all, because I don't want to get caught by the pitcher with my legs crossed. Then he throws over to first and I'm maybe a half step late or just late in general. You know what I mean? Also, all my work on the pitcher has been done. In this game, I think I was probably batting second leadoff, which is the 9 spot. I don't know if it's my second or third AB, but other people are gonna have at-bats before me. And from that at-bats, I should be watching the pitcher, watching the sequences, and then when one of my teammates get on base, I have to watch for the pitcher's pickoff move, pick up his delivery, see around what time he kind of gets comfortable with and when he's going to home plate, all that jazz. You know what I mean? All that homework has to be done, because if you're wasting time and you're wasting pitches on base, before you know it, you just still gonna be there, or you're just gonna get hit into an out. So the name of the game right here, when we on base, we just trying to advance to the next base as soon as possible, to be honest. Whether that be a pass ball, whether that be a ball in the dirt and you need to get a good jump, or just a straight steal. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna get a 3-step lead here. 1, 2, 3, and a little change. The 3-step lead is my normal lead, I would say, and a 4-step lead will be my aggressive, my large step lead. With the 4-step lead, I have to get a step and a dive back. That's the furthest I'll go, a step and a dive. If I can't step and dive back to the base, then I'm too far. Secondary, boom, I'm getting back to the base. I'm gonna rewind that real quick. At the end of my secondary, this is really key, because I do not want to get picked off by the catcher. So you see my shuffle, my first shuffle and my second shuffle, boom. I kind of got some hop going back to first base. I don't care if I look like I'm scared or anything. I do this at every single base, every single pitcher. It's a habit, trust me, do it. All right, so first pitch went by, gauging everything. 1, 2, 3, and a little extra on the lead. I'm watching. Take off. Nice, easy bag. So we're gonna go down to break down my takeoff, because that's a very important spot. So first, you can notice my right foot is pointed. It's not pointing straight, it's pointing in a direction more at the third baseman. This is going to allow my hips to open more freely. If my foot was facing more towards home plate, my foot will have to open up towards third, towards second, and then everything else will be able to move. So if I preset my right foot already open, when it's time for me to engage and drop into my left hip, I can just explode out of there. So another thing too is when I get going right here, I'm dropping into my back hip like I'm hitting. So I can be really, really explosive. And my right foot, I want my right foot to stay in the ground like an anchor. My right foot, my right toe moves a little bit right here, but for the most part, it's in the ground like an anchor. And then my left foot, I'm gonna drive my knee up as I can, and boom, that's the sprinter pose I want to be in. I would say I want my right leg to be all the way straight, but I mean, I'm not a track athlete no more, so I'm not gonna be too meticulous about it. And plus I did steal this bag, but you know what I mean, there's always room for improvement. So, you know what I mean, maybe a half second faster I would be. So you can see right there, drove that left knee up. And once that left knee is up right there, I'm in that sprinter stance. That left leg is just gonna drive straight into the ground aggressively. And then I'm just gonna repeat that on and on and on and on until I get to the bag. I feel like personally I timed this up real fast because I got a couple steps in, 1, 2, 3, before the ball has left the pitcher's hand. I love that. I love that because that reminds me that I did my homework on this guy. I timed this guy up right, and I guessed right that he wasn't gonna pick me off. A little bit easier with a righty, a little bit harder with the lefty, but if you do your homework and you trust yourself and you got confidence, this will work. So going back to this, you can see once I get about 1, 2, 3 steps, my quality is not that good with the speed, but I start peaking about right there. So I get a nice low peak. Ball is leaving the pitcher's hands. I get a peak right there. I want to watch the ball go through the hitting zone. I want to see if the batter's going to hit the ball. I want to see if it's going to be a ball in the dirt, maybe a pass ball, so I can stand up and I won't have to slide, avoid injury. But in this case, it was just a clean ball to the catcher. So I get my peak, seeing what's happening. Then I'm back off to the races. I read the second baseman who's at the bag. He's in front of the bag. Start my slide. Pop-up slide is my favorite. And I just pop right back up. Notice one thing, once I slide in here, the first thing I do is look for the ball. I look for the ball because these two middle infielders, they're tricky, they're funny. Not just these two specifically, but middle infielders, they're funny. I mean, you just took a base from them, you know what I mean? So if they can get you out by you just coming off the base a little earlier or anything, they're gonna do it. They're gonna try things like the hidden ball trick. They're gonna try to just keep that tag on you. Make sure you stay on the base and make sure you realize where the ball is at. If you have a problem and you don't see where the ball is at, it's hard because the third base coach is all the way over there, you know what I mean? And he can't read your mind, he doesn't know what's going on. I don't know, every coach is different, but you gotta be your own coach out there. Look for that ball. As you can see, I found that ball right there and I'm in great position because if the shortstop right here misses this ball, I'm in great position to just take third. That's 2 stolen bags. So just by being heads up right here, I put myself in a position to take another bag. So the shortstop ends up getting that, unfortunately. Once he grabs that, my mindset is boom, it's time to steal third. Just a little quick hint for y'all. If you cannot find the ball, find the umpire. I know some games, especially at the younger divisions, are played with 1 umpire behind the plate, but if you have a field umpire, find the umpire. The umpire is going to be looking for the ball. As you see in this clip, the umpire doesn't care what's going on with me. He's caring about that ball. The ball is where the play is going to be made, out's going to be made. So if I was to look at the umpire right here and I didn't know where the ball is, he's telling me everything that's going on right now. So that's good. I'm still on the base. Ball is safe. Watching the ball all the way to the pitcher. Make sure the pitcher, once he gets on that rubber, I'm getting off the bag. And it's time to steal another base, or it's time to advance to another base. You know? It's just business. It's nothing personal. It's just business. This has been another APW breakdown. I appreciate you sitting through this. I'm looking forward to doing many more of these, not just stealing bases, probably some hitting, maybe some fielding, throwouts, whatever film I can get. Break down myself. I prefer to break down myself, or break down some major leaguers. Stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon. I'm out of here. Peace.